in Cape Town, and our host for today's edition of the Art Bulletin is the Military Museum at the Castle of Good Hope. Welcome to it, Tumi Sedumedi, and thank you for always choosing to stay with us. Poets and playwrights from the United States of America and South Africa have come together to create a musical production titled Ketekang. It uses song and dance influenced by both the United States of America and South Africa. It's directed by James Ngoba and promises to start Johannesburg's festive season on a high note.
It is a collision of the American songbook, the South African songbook. We've taken works from American poets and South African poets, South African playwrights, and just put it all in a basket, and it's all speaking to each other. So blessed with an amazing cast, like you say. I've got Aubrey, I've got Lisedi Job. Lisedi and I, we did the Colored Museum beginning of this year. I've worked with Lisedi in Wole Soyinka's Land and the Jewel. And I've got Nokanya Dlamini. A lot of people will know her from Joyous Celebration. I've always loved her voice. I've always looked for a project to do together. And when this came about, I just called and I said, come. And then we've got Caroline, who is just an amazing singer. We've got Lebu. Caroline and Lebu, actually both of them were in Colored Museum. And so, and just also celebrating that they're trained actors who can sing. And so at one moment you see them sing, at one moment they're taking on a character. And it's just, really, it's been a blessing. We just want to have a really lovely vehicle to end the year at the market, because we're wanting from now on, we want to have a year-end musical, and so this then becomes the gateway towards a vision that we want to carry further in the coming years. Because it's just lovely that when you've curated a program of serious theatre, dramatic works throughout the year.
A series of lectures, film screenings and panel discussions that will commemorate, among other things, the centenary of the beginning of the First World War and the 1994 genocide in Rwanda will be underway this month. From the trenches of Mount to the hills of Rwanda, which takes place in Johannesburg, Pretoria and Cape Town, will run until the 10th of December.
Mainly, we invited experts to come and lecture on various topics related to World War I, to the genocide in Rwanda and World War II. We have set up a series of films, feature films and documentary films, which will be screened in various places, among others the Bioscope in Maboneng and Liliesleaf, and the Military History Museum here in Johannesburg. And we will as well have an exhibition, and we will have a theatre play, The Sinking of the Mendi, that has been performed earlier this year already in Market Theatre, and we organize another performance, or a series of performances in the Soweto Theatre as of 25th of November.
A collaboration between interior designer Mzwakhe Ndlovu and photographer Brian Molepo has resulted in a project titled This Book is Different. According to the pair, the book appears to be a collection of fashion photos but also exists as an archival piece, a documentary about the people, art and design styles of today.
Photographer Brian Molepo and interior and graphic designer Mzwakhe Ndlovu met in 2011, and it was only recently that the pair decided to work on the book featuring Molepo's photography. Ndlovu says while compiling the book, he realized that what Molepo did was more than fashion photography. It was completely different. He says he saw the photographer's work as pieces of documents that could be compiled in a way that will make them a record of a certain period in time when the youth were free to think, dress, speak, look and feel however they want to. Ndlovu then decided to pair the idea of documenting the youth with his own young and free graphic and layout style to create a piece of work that is relevant to today. According to the pair, the book appears as a collection of fashion photographs but also exists as an archival piece, a documentary about the people, art and design styles of today.
Respected and leading art auctioneer Strauss & Co. recently reached a record-breaking 60 million rands in their South African art auction. Pieces included Sidney Khumalo's respected sculpture titled Men on Beast and Harry Litt's collection of work by the Amadlozi Group.
The single most expensive thing was the PNF that's behind me, which hammered at 10.5 million rand. The total was just shy of 12 million rand. We did very well on, in fact, positions number 2, 3, 4 and 5 were all to William Kentridge. 1 for 4 million, 2 for 3 million and 1 for just under 2 million. There was an enormous turnout just to see the show, including Harry Litz, who owned the collection, as well as Aegon Günther, who was the man responsible for putting together the collection. There were 34 works, I think, on offer, and only one thing did not sell. And the collection, we estimated at 4.5 million rand, and it ended up selling for 9.5 million rand. Particularly for collectors, auctions give a lot of confidence because value at auction is based on precedent. So you gauge the value of a work at auction by what previous comparable works have sold for before. So I think particularly for collectors, they like to see works doing well at auction because then they know that there's confidence and that there's a rapport and that there's a precedent of value for that particular work.
The 2012 Absa Latalia Art Competition and Award winner Bambo Spears solo exhibition titled Umlambo Uziwa Ngedondolo has opened at the Absa Gallery in Johannesburg. This exhibition focuses on various aspects of township life with a particular emphasis on single-parent households.
I actually started questioning the absence of men or the availability of him, but not playing his role in the family as a man, as we always say, especially in the Zulu nation or culture. It's a man is the head, but the head is supposed to lead, provide, and protect. I mean, there's a whole lot, but you find a woman playing both roles. A role that is supposed to be played by a man, and playing her role also on top of that, and you find her providing for the kids, even providing for the men also on top of that. Then shows you how much women are capable of doing. And I'm actually talking about women that are not educated. They didn't even get a chance of going to school. Some of them were I don't think oppressed is the right word, but they didn't get sort of like a privilege of accessing some of the things due to culture, due to where they come from. Technology was not there back in it. It was like such things. So those were obstacles that they had to face, but now they're here and they have to play certain roles to their families.
At the end of this month, poet and thespian Napo Mashiane will take to the stage for 2 nights to record Napo Mashiane live at the Joburg Theatre. The live DVD recording will also feature all-female band Women in Music. This one promises to be exciting.
The theme of Napo Mashiane Live is from the village to the city. And I titled it sort of that because I grew up in Qwaqwa, even though I was born in Soweto, but the influence of poetry or writing started Qwaqwa, Goditabeng, and just the love of Sesotho language, the idioms, the riddles, the proverbs, everything as Sesotho. And I thought, you know what? I have published books. I have done theatre shows that have elements of poetry. I have never recorded live. And because I'm both poetry and theatre, why not merge the two? Why not become the dramatic poet that I am? But also, why not do it inside a theatre, in an intimate space, and call all the people who have witnessed my journey from home to here, and celebrate my Sesotho in a modern, contemporary South African spoken word.
The Ultimate Shot is a web-based auditioning project which gives young and hopeful singers, artists and musicians the chance to enjoy a platform while earning a fan base. Currently in the second phase of the auditioning process, the top 10 names are in and soon we'll find out who knows how to take advantage of their talent and technology best.
Anybody with a talent to sing or rap between the ages of 16 to 28 can actually upload their videos onto the website, and what they have to do is actually get people to vote for them. They share the videos, and the highest votes actually qualifies to the next round. I think we had about 56 videos for the first season, and we got 10 highest votes. I mean, people that got the highest votes to actually qualify to the next final round of the competition. We actually now go meet these contestants. We go meet them at the individual locations, interview them, get to know them better, and we also have them audition again, like in a professional manner, and then they get the votes all over again.
And that's all the news we have for you on this edition of the Art Bulletin, coming to you from the Castle of Good Hope's Military Museum. Do visit www.castleofgoodhope.co.za to find out more about this historical monument. To keep in touch with us, you can always tweet at MorningLive SABC and hashtag the Art Bulletin. Until next time, it's a goodbye from us.